On July 13th, the world witnessed an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump in real time. Never before has America watched live as someone tried to pull this off, and by a 20-year-old too. While there are many speculations and conspiracies about what led to the act, it's worth considering what would make a 20-year-old try to pull this off. So today, we'll be delving into the mind of Matthew Crooks, the criminal who made the attempt. Also, we'll be showing you what exactly went down, so you can make up your own mind. And finally, we'll be dispelling some conspiracies too. Let's go. Matthew Crooks was born September 20, 2003, and raised in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, a neighborhood described by a local politician as middle class, maybe upper middle class. His parents, Matthew Brown Crooks and Mary Elizabeth Crooks, were both licensed professional counselors, offering a stable and supportive upbringing. Matthew attended Bethel Park High School, where he excelled academically. In 2021, he joined the National Technical Honor Society during his junior year. The following year, he graduated with high honors and received a $500 Star Award from the National Math and Science Initiative. An engineering student with a penchant for technology, one of his notable achievements was featured in a BlackRock commercial. Despite his intelligence, Matthew was often perceived as an awkward teenager who tinkered with computers. His social life was limited, and he was frequently seen sitting alone at lunch. While some claimed he was bullied, a few close friends refuted to this notion. Beyond academics, Matthew worked at a nursing home, earning $16 an hour, serving meals and washing dishes. His life appeared mundane, his future seemingly unremarkable. However, beneath this ordinary exterior, a darker side was emerging. Investigators delving into Matthew's past uncovered disturbing details. He avidly consumed stories about school shooters and received materials labeled as hazardous. His phone history painted a troubling picture, revealing searches for bipartisan roasters of Trump and Biden. Among his final searches were inquiries about Trump's rally dates, major depressive disorder, the Democratic National Convention, bomb making, and even pornographic content. Curiously, he also searched for images of FBI Director Christopher Wray and Attorney General Merrick Garland. Politically, Matthew Crooks was a registered Republican, yet he paradoxically made a $15 donation that a typical Democrat would make. His family, known for their reclusiveness, rarely interacted with neighbors and never displayed political yard signs, maintaining an air of mystery around them. Crooks, often seen as a loner, reportedly faced bullying in high school. He frequently wore hunting outfits and kept to himself. His interest in chess, video games, and coding further isolated him from his peers. Despite his enthusiasm, he failed to join the school's rifle team due to poor marksmanship. A friend once recalled Crooks saying, "When I was 14, my parents bought a gun and soon after enrolled in a shooting range. I remember the feeling of holding that cold metal in my hands, the power it seemed to represent. At the time, I thought it would help me feel stronger, more in control." Classmates remembered Crooks as quiet and very smart. One thing I did know for sure was he was very smart. A student who sat behind Crooks in their AP statistics class told ABC News, "I always remember hearing his test grades when we would all compare, and he always did very well in math and science." The student added that Crooks was never anything but kind. "I would not say that he ever appeared as a threatening person," he continued. Another classmate, Zoe Matakowski, described him as just a quiet kid. Jason Kohler, a classmate who graduated a year before Crooks, similarly depicted him as a quiet student. He was a loner, Kohler said. He would sit alone at lunch. Another classmate who rode the same bus as Crooks and shared multiple classes with him described him as quiet but friendly. "I honestly can't think of a better word to describe him than normal," the classmate said. "He just kind of stuck to himself." This classmate, Myers, emphasized that Crooks never exhibited any behavior indicative of a political revolutionary. He was a fan of Star Wars and described as a very nice, even sweet guy, from what I knew. Myers, along with another student, recalled Crooks attempting to join the high school's rifle team. However, Crooks was rejected and asked not to return after a preseason session. He didn't just not make the team, he was asked not to come back because of how bad of a shot he was. It was considered like dangerous, Myers explained. Another member of the team, who wished to remain anonymous, echoed this sentiment, stating that there was a view that Crooks wasn't really fit for the rifle team. He also shot terribly, the team member added. The coach of the team declined to comment and referred questions to the school district. In a statement, the school district said that Crooks never appeared on a roster and that there is no record of him having tried out. Despite his lack of success with the high school rifle team, Crooks and his father did belong to a local shooting club. Robert S. Boutte III, attorney for the Clayton Sportsmen Club, confirmed this affiliation to ABC News. I can confirm that Mr. Crooks was a member of Clayton Sportsmen Club. Beyond that, the club is unable to make any additional commentary in relation to this matter in light of pending law enforcement investigations, said Boutte. Obviously, the club rebukes the senseless act of violence that occurred yesterday. The club also offers its sincerest condolences to the Compertol family and extends prayers to all of those injured, including the former president. Just 30 miles north of Pittsburgh, the Butler Farm Showgrounds became the unexpected stage for a chilling assassination attempt. In the days leading up to Trump's rally, Crooks was meticulously preparing. As Pennsylvania prepared for the massive Trump rally, Crooks made a special request to his boss, a day off on July 13th. His reason, an important task to finish. No one could have predicted what that task would be. He also made a cryptic post on his stream account saying, "July 13th will be my premiere." He practiced at shooting range the day before the event. The following morning, he purchased a 5-foot ladder from Home Depot and 50 rounds of ammunition from a local store, Allegheny Arms and Gun Works. Crooks is believed to have flown a drone around the Pennsylvania rally site beforehand, likely to scope out the area. So he showed up early, parking his van discreetly on Lawrence Avenue, a calculated move to avoid the scrutiny of police and Secret Service agents. His van, later suspected of containing explosives, was just the beginning of his meticulous plan. Armed with an AR-5 style rifle, Crooks set his sights on the former president alongside his weapon. He carried a black phone and a grey wireless transmitter, believed by authorities to be intended for detonating the bomb he had made. From his hidden parking spot, Crooks walked with purpose to the vantage point, his destination, a building strategically located with a perfect line of sight to Trump's stage. He climbed the ladder, reaching the roof, where he would set up his deadly perch. To grasp the gravity of this setup, let's break down the scene. Trump's stage was the centerpiece, with an audience section just above and Secret Service snipers positioned on the roof. Crooks' position on the roof was a chilling 137 meters from Trump, with only a slight distance difference to the Secret Service snipers. While the Secret Service and authorities seemed not to have noticed him, many of the people who came for the rally saw him clearly. In fact, it is said that one man went to challenge him on the roof, but he threatened and chased the man away with the gun. At approximately 6:11 p.m., Trump was mid-speech, addressing his supporters with his usual charisma, but in the shadows, 20-year-old Matthew Crooks had taken his position on the top roof, armed with an AR-15 rifle. Crooks aimed his rifle with deadly precision. The distance between him and Trump was about 137 meters, roughly 450 feet. With this vantage point secured, he squeezed the trigger. The first bullet whizzed through the air, grazing Trump's ear. The former president instinctively touched his ear and bent down, but Crooks was far from done. He fired again, 3 more shots, then 5 in rapid succession. The bullet that missed Trump's head was mere inches away, just as he turned to look at the chart on his left. This small movement saved his life, a near miraculous twist of fate. Tragically, 50-year-old firefighter Corey Compatore lost his life while shielding his family. 2 others were critically injured, but are now in stable condition. A GoFundMe page set up for the victims has raised nearly $4 million, showing America's support in the face of tragedy. Not to mention Trump standing and shouting, "Fight," after getting shot. Secret Service agents reacted, forming a human shield around Trump. Simultaneously, snipers had located Crooks, positioned about 134 meters away. They had a clear line of sight and took him out. However, it is believed that the snipers already had eyes on Crooks before he fired any shot. There are so many questions and loopholes regarding how the assassination attempt even happened. And of course, when this happens, it gives rise to so many theories. However, there are some conspiracies that just don't hold up when you check the facts, and we'll be looking into some of them here. The first conspiracy we'll be debunking is the claim that he planned for the shooter to only eat Trump's ear. If anything was staged, it wasn't that the killer would just clip Trump's ear, because a shot like that would be impossible with the gun he had. The Crooks AR-15 was a budget model with optic-mounted poly. At 130 to 50 yards, even a competent shooter would struggle. let alone someone with the muscle mass of a rookie California cheerleader. Not to mention that he's been described to be a poor marksman many times. The second conspiracy we'll be debunking is that an AR-15 shot to the ear should have been fatal. Armchair experts on the internet argued that such a shot would have caused devastating damage, possibly even instant death. To dispel this myth, certain videos have recreated a shot using a ballistic dummy. There's no doubt that an AR-15 bullet to the ear can cause some damage, but it definitely cannot blow up the entire head. So that's it for now. There still remains lots of questions and things that don't make sense about the would-be assassin, the Secret Service, and the entire event. So let us know in the comment what you think was going through Matthew Crook's mind and what theories you have. Hopefully, we can help one another make sense of the event. You'll also be helping out a lot if you would like and subscribe to the channel.